And what a day it was and continues to be. We still have beautiful conditions in place this evening as we look down the bay. One of our great shots that we've got here. Right now in Providence, we have a current temperature that is down into the upper 70s. We're coming off a daytime high in the low 80s. Along the south coast, we're at 75 in Westerly, 73 this check-in in Newport. We've got 75 right now for New Bedford, 78 as we look to Smithfield. Now, our winds are generally moving in from the south between 5 and 15 miles per hour. A lot less than we saw around here recently, but we do have mostly sunny skies right now, and as the sun goes down, we're going to see mostly clear skies, and then we get to the overnight, and we're going to bring in a couple of clouds. We do have a front waiting in the wings, and the bulk of that is likely going to hold off until we get to Monday, or at least Sunday night. But in terms of right now, it's awesome, and these temperatures are going to be going down through the overnight. We're only going to bottom out in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees before we bring those highs back up into the 70s. And then we get to that front coming through on Monday, and that will give us our next chance of picking up precipitation in southern New England. So our rain chances are going to be up as we go Sunday into Monday as that front comes through. But after that, we're going to dry out for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Not only that, but it looks like we're going to do a nice stretch of days where we're not really going to be concerned about precipitation. But that in itself is a concern because as of this week, our drought monitor is showing dry conditions. It's actually exceptionally dry across most of the region. We're even in moderate drought on the Cape and also out to Nantucket. So even though we did see a decent round of rain, that rain will be logged into next week's drought monitor. But we still could always use a little bit more. So our beach and boat alerts are still up, even though we're not really talking about Hurricane Erin anymore. We do still have that high surf advisory in place for all southern New England coastal areas, and this is going to be in effect through 8 o'clock tonight, so you're still this evening not advised to go in the water. So Erin is out of the picture. Now we've got Fernand, and we also have this area of low pressure we're keeping an eye on, so two more to go through. And the thing about Fernand is this one too is expected to remain offshore, but it's also expected to bring up surf as it passes us by. So it looks like Monday afternoon we're going to see that surf come up again before it goes back down. So we're likely going to be dealing with the high potential of rip currents even as we go into next week. So here's where it is right now, and it is a tropical storm. Maximum sustained winds are only 40 miles per hour, and it is expected to remain a tropical storm for its duration, again, passing even further out to sea than we saw with Erin, but still a close enough approach that we could see things come up in terms of local seas. So we're plowing ahead on this list here with our latest tropical storm. By the way, if that area of low pressure that's right now going into the Caribbean does develop, into our next storm, it gets the next name on the list, which is Gabrielle. Cool name. Anyway, at the beaches for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, clouds will build in the afternoon, oceanside high of 75. But that UV index is going to be higher than 10. It's called very high, by the way, technically. Waves are going to be at 4 to 6 feet, giving us a high risk of rip currents on southern New England beaches. The only exception to this will be the cove-protected beaches in Buzzards Bay. Water temperature right now running in the upper 60s to about 70, and winds are expected to be out of the south at about 10 knots. So for tonight, clear and calm. Temperatures will be in the lower 60s for most areas, upper 50s north and west of the city. For Sunday, we're looking at a mostly sunny day, a bit on the muggy side as temperatures top out near 81 and dew points go into about the mid 60s. Here's your extended forecast. And again, most of this stretch is looking awesome. It's just that front coming through Monday that will give us a chance of showers. Temperatures will be cooler after then too, topping out only in the 70s. Ian?